Hi, my name is Sarita.
And my name is Rena.
We are both past patients with Mexico Bariatric Center, and we are here to break the stigma of having weight loss surgery in Tijuana, Mexico. We will be covering all things bariatric to help you get the most out of this weight loss journey.
Hi friends!
Hello friends.
Welcome back to Can You Stomach This?
Welcome.
Yeah. So we're so excited to be here.
We are.
Yeah, we are. It's one of our favorite things to do. What are we talking about today, Sarita?
We are talking about food mornings.
Mornings like cereal, oatmeal.
Nope.
What?
Nope. Grieving the role food once played.
Oh darn, I thought we were going to get into some cream of wheat.
I know, right? I do like breakfast.
Ooh, I love good breakfast. Rita actually turned me on to like this Elizabeth brand oatmeal.
Oh my gosh, so good.
I love the blueberry and flaxseed. Anyway, yeah, so let's talk about that. Food morning. So we're talking about grieving food. What is a food morning? What is food morning? What does morning food really mean, right?
Morning food. It is the emotional grief that we feel when we can no longer eat certain foods the same way. And kind of anticipating the loss of your favorite foods, which, I think we all think about, right?
True.
Some of us have time to think about that more than others.
Are you talking about me?
I booked my surgery in 2 weeks, and a week of that was my pre-op. So I didn't have time to even think about morning food. Like, I was like, I'm ready to do this, let's get it done. And I didn't have a food funeral, didn't go out and eat all my favorite foods. I kind of didn't have time.
Okay.
She had time.
So what she's talking about is there is this little thing called food funerals. I do not recommend them, by the way. That idea was not good. So I booked my surgery probably more than 6 months out, or at least 6 months out. And I had an 8-week pre-op diet, but that meant that I had several months before pre-op diet started. So 4 months of food funerals, which made no sense. And I'll explain that. So I ate healthy prior to having surgery. I was one of those people who did all the right things as far as healthy eating, clean eating, exercise, things like that. But I couldn't lose weight. I needed that metabolic reset. So in the time period, and this proved that I was eating the right things and doing the right stuff, because this ruined me. I'll give you an example. I never ate pancakes, right? Because pancakes are not the healthiest thing. When I did eat them, I tried to eat like wheat or fruit and grain, or something like that, oat and grain. And then I never put syrup on them. Never, ever put syrup on pancakes, if I did eat them. But I had booked my surgery, and this is the mindset you go to, right? I saw a sign for IHOP. International House of Pancakes. For those of you in the world that don't know what that is, it's a chain restaurant. So I saw a sign for IHOP, and I thought to myself, oh, I never eat pancakes. I'm never going to be able to eat pancakes again after the surgery. I should go eat pancakes. So I go to IHOP and I order like the big stack. I think they're like unlimited or something. But
they are.
Well, I didn't even get that far. I wouldn't know, because I didn't make it to a second stack. But they bring you like 5 pancakes, big stack pancakes. And I also just drenched them in butter and syrup and all that. It's just the thought of it is actually kind of turning my stomach right now. But I did all that, and I ate it all. And what that got me was, in that 4 months, that mindset, not that one stack of pancakes, but that mindset in 4 months, what that got me was I gained like 30 pounds, over 30 pounds, because I was not eating healthy anymore, and I was eating just absurd things. And I'll tell you what else it got me. an absolute total stomach ache.
Mm-hmm.
I was so sick from eating all that. That's one example. There's other things too, like so many things. I would think donuts, like, oh,
just all this stuff.
I'm never gonna eat donuts again. I'm just gonna eat this. Me and my kids, we'd go get like the big thing of Krispy Kremes and eat the whole box, like, because I'm never gonna be able to eat donuts again. All of that's not true, right? But anyway, that was the mindset, the food funeral.
Yep.
Thing I don't
Debacle.
recommend it. Yeah, don't do it. I mean,
do it.
You can still eat things after surgery. If you haven't had surgery yet, I'm telling you, you can still eat things. You just have to do it in moderation.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, your body might not want you to eat it, but
yeah, it might not.
Yeah, your body does change. But anyway, so that is people start mourning food before they even know. That's where the food funeral mentality comes from, is mourning food before you even get to surgery, right?
Right. As soon as they book surgery, they're just starting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And here's another thing, though, also about mourning food is sometimes we kind of want to normalize that mourning food is a real thing, because sometimes people feel silly, or they feel ashamed, or they think other people won't understand, but it is valid. I mean, if you're feeling some mourning towards food, there is always that reality that it is a real thing. You're not alone in that. And
I was mourning caffeine. I'm a huge coffee drinker.
Well, you're definitely not alone in that. A lot of people mourn caffeine.
Yeah.
Sometimes people feel silly or ashamed for missing food.
Yeah. But, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's real.
Sarita, what is your food mourning story?
I didn't have one. Just
None
caffeine.
at all?
Caffeine.
Nothing? Just caffeine?
So I quit caffeine like 2 weeks before, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do.
I feel like you got something in there.
And then I couldn't have caffeine until 3 months. First time I had coffee, put some creamer in it, proceeded to have dumping syndrome. Yeah, I mean, caffeine.
You told me that.
Caffeine was probably the only thing I missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Italian. I do love my pasta. And, I can still have it occasionally, and I still do, and I love to cook. But I don't really think that it was a whole bunch of things.
I don't think so either. We'll get into several things, and I'll kind of touch on how they may have played a role in my life too. But anyway, again, you might feel silly or ashamed for thinking that you miss food, or like a whole way of eating, right? Like, especially if that food, if the change is made for your health.
Right, and food plays a huge role in our lives, emotional, cultural, social, even, nostalgic.
Yeah, like my grandmother used to make
Exactly.
You Italians and your family history secrets and recipes and things. Yeah. That's nostalgia, right? But when that changes, especially suddenly, like with a surgery, right? It makes sense that all of a sudden there's like a sense of loss, and you're not being dramatic, you're just being human, right? So you're just living the human life, right?
And, people around you may not understand it. They may say things like, you should be happy, at least you're healthier.
Right.
But it still doesn't make your feelings any less or feel any less real or important.
Right. So why does it feel like a loss? Sarita, why does, let's talk about why food mourning is so real and why it can actually feel like grief. I mean, we just touched on that, but let's go into that a little more.
We use food for so much more than fuel,
food is fuel. That's like my favorite thing.
Well, right. Food is so much more than fuel, right? Comfort.
Yes.
When we're stressed, sad, bored, celebrating, it soothes us. Food is everything, right? It helped us cope, right?
Yeah.
Celebrating, birthdays, weddings, holidays, promotions at work. Food is like always the centerpiece. Like you have a potluck at work.
Yeah.
holidays. You have probably like a potluck at someone's house, weddings.
Well,
you know, birthdays.
Birthdays are like the big thing. So all of my children, like my adult children, when it's their birthday, it's like mom make a meal for everybody. You know, like
Special
mom
meal.
cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we associate joy and connection with the meals that we've always, known, and now things are changing.
Right. Yeah. And then there's identity and culture, right? So food can be really personal. It's how we express love. Like we both love to cook and feed our families, right? Feed our people that we love. So we express love that way, and it's how we stay connected to our family and also to our heritage. Like I said, my grandmother made this, and I get it from her, right? Or even religion. Some people's identity and culture with food, connection with food comes from their religion. And then certain dishes just carry memories and special meanings, right?
Yes. So I grew up, my mother cooked Hispanic food and my father cooked Italian food. So, when I cook those dishes now, it does carry memories and meaning. However, I do tweak the recipes so it's very healthy.
Yeah. And that's what you do, right?
That's what I do.
That's what you do.
I do it all the time.
And we'll get into that more too, like when we get into like how to combat mourning.
Right.
And also some other things that make it feel like a loss is the routine and structure. Food gives us our rhythm to our day, right? You have coffee in the morning or oatmeal, or for me it's a protein shake. I have a protein shake every morning.
Coffee.
So you have your set thing, that the breakfast starts your day, that starts your rhythm, it starts your beat. Then that at work, at lunch, you have a certain time of day that you go to lunch, and so that's another part of the rhythm of your day. And then dinners, people have a routine of let's go out to dinner on Friday night.
Right, it's the weekend. Let's go out to dinner and celebrate the weekend. Every weekend.
When we talked about this earlier, Sarita was like, dinner's out on Friday. That reminds me of going to the movies, right?
Right.
Popcorn at the movies, right? Candy,
popcorn.
Yeah, and so anyway, all of these rituals, they give us comfort, they give us predictability. So now not centering things around food, that mourning of that is mourning identity and culture, or routine and structure, I should say.
You can tweak everything.
You can definitely do that, and you don't have to mourn it. You just have to change it.
Right.
And then reward.
Food is a reward system. I had a hard day. I deserve this. I did great at work. Let's treat ourselves and go out and have drinks and dinner.
So you see, you rewarded yourself from both, like, oh, it was so bad, I need to...
Or it was so good, I need to do this. But we have to celebrate ourselves when no one else did.
Right. So then when we go through a major change, like it's like surgery, then we just shift in how we treat food, and it becomes not about not being able to eat something. It's not just about not being able to eat something.
Yeah, and when the holidays come, lots of questions, how am I going to eat Thanksgiving and Christmas and celebrate New Year's and things like that. It's just, you have to, juggle all that and tweak it.
Right. So
you can still have a good time.
Right. So it's not just about being able to, not being able to eat something. It's about losing the role that food played in our life.
Right.
So, and those meaningful parts of it too. It can feel like losing a friend.
Right. Or letting go of a ritual that helped make you feel safe. Stepping away from part of your identity.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
If it's part of your identity and you're stepping away from that, that can be pretty heavy. And and it's not just about willpower or following a meal plan. Or this is why it's not. I should say this is why it's not about that. You're grieving a relationship, a pattern, a connection, and that grief deserves space. Right.
And compassion.
Yeah, for sure. So, the grief process around food. Like, what does that look like? What does the grief process around food look like?
Well, you can be in denial.
That's true.
I can still have that just in moderation, or this isn't really forever, right? So there's that.
We kind of.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I want to touch right there because we kind of contradict that a little bit, because we do say it's not forever, but you have to maintain the discipline of that.
Right.
Right? Like,
it's forever, but it's not.
Okay, so go back to my pancake story. Like, if I want to eat a pancake right now, I could go eat a pancake.
You can tweak your pancake to be healthy.
Right, exactly.
There you go.
See, so it's not forever, but you alter it.
You alter it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And if I didn't want to tweak my pancake to be healthy, I can, because that would be the better thing to do. But if I didn't and I went back to IHOP and sat down and started gorging out on those big stack of pancakes, you know what it's going to get me?
Dumping syndrome, and
I'm gonna
really,
be
really
so sick.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna be so sick.
No.
So sick. But anyway, but it is that denial and thinking that you can't ever do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have anger. You're looking around and everyone else is eating freely, and they're eating like piles of food and all kinds of food.
And you have those people in your life that they just eat whatever they want whenever they want it, and they literally don't gain a pound.
Yeah.
And you're like, why?
It's unfair. It feels unfair.
It does feel unfair.
We gave it up, but look at you.
I worked so hard, and you just can do whatever. But that's where comparison comes in, and we shouldn't do that either, right?
That.
So, and then there's bargaining. Right? There's bargaining. Well, if I eat really clean all week, I can have a cheat day, or trying to like negotiate old comforts back into your life.
I feel like cheat days, when you do things like that, like it turns into days, not a day.
It does.
And that's how you get off track.
Again, if you're going to allow that, you have to have that discipline.
Yeah, you have to.
Because I've had cheat days, and then that little bite of sugar turned into, now I'm craving another bite of it, and then next thing you know,
You're
going back on my clear liquid diet again to start all over, because now I have a sugar problem. Oh, and I never even had a sugar problem, right? It just started with a Reese's cup or something because of a cheat reward.
Right.
So it can happen, but again, discipline there. And so anyway, moving on. Depression, some things with depression, when you're feeling down or emotionally disconnected, or even hopeless about your new relationship with food, that can cause the grief.
Right. I look at food as fuel.
It is food. Food is fuel.
I came to that realization, like, food is fuel.
Yes.
That's all it is. I do enjoy food, and in the beginning I didn't, and I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? I regret this. Nothing tastes good. And everyone goes through it, but now food is fuel, and I do like to eat food, and I love to cook. But I tweak everything, to be healthy.
Food is fuel, but it doesn't. It doesn't say anywhere we can't enjoy our fuel.
I enjoy my fuel.
I enjoy my fuel. I enjoy Sarita's fuel she prepares all the time too. And then acceptance, another thing that kind of contributes to that is acceptance. So finding peace with change, and starting to build new habits that serve your current goals. Right.
And so many patients I talk to, my goal is my health, like it's number one, and they have the same goals, their health. As women, we put ourselves last. And here we are. But they want to be able to hang out with the grandkids and chase the grandkids and get on the floor with the grandkids and like go hiking and all kinds of things.
Right.
And again, food is fuel.
Food is fuel, and alongside the things that we just talked about, other things that people feel is like guilt for like missing foods that they shouldn't want. Like that Reese's cup, like, oh, I feel guilty because like I want it, but I shouldn't want it. That can cause that mourning too.
Sadness, letting go of things that comfort you. Food is comfort.
Especially if you're from the South.
Oh boy.
Comfort food. It's literally called comfort food, right?
It is.
It's literally called that.
I am not from here. I'm from California.
You've been here
originally,
long enough that you
but
know all about comfort food.
I've been here long enough to know about comfort food.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And honestly, we say that in the South, but comfort food is international. It's everywhere. You know, it's in all culture. We just do actually call it comfort food here in the South. And then frustration. So frustration when progress feels emotionally harder than expected.
Right. It's not magic.
And then isolation. That's another thing that people tend to feel in that grieving process is isolation. So, you know, you're like, nobody understands. That's where support groups come in. That's where
support groups come in.
Getting with like-minded people.
Right. We're all in the same group. We all understand what you're going through, and we get it, and we're there for you, you know, to help you through it.
And, you know, here's a really good point. You can be grateful for your progress and still miss what you left behind. You know what I mean? Like, you can be proud of your new habits, your weight loss, your health, and still feel a sense of loss, and that's okay because, you know, these two truths, they can coexist. They can exist together. It's okay to feel some loss. I'll tell you one thing for me that I will say sometimes it feels like a loss is, you know, you ever just make something like really good, or you go out to eat somewhere and the food is like really good, and you eat your max, but you're like, it's so good. I don't want to be full. You know, like, have you ever felt that? You're like, I don't want to be full. I just want to eat one more bite. And you stop yourself because you know better.
When I was eating chicken last night, yes.
Yeah, okay. We might have both did that.
Yeah.
We have a favorite place we go get this chicken dish.
Pollo con crema.
Yeah, it's so good.
Chicken. It's so
just
good.
Creamy chicken, and it is so good. But anyway, that is one of those areas where it's like, but it's okay because I celebrate my success, but I can still miss not being able to have that extra bite. It's okay.
Yep. It's only food, and there's more of it.
Making peace with like your emotional tension with that is part of the healing process. You know what I mean?
Makes good leftovers too.
So how do we cope with all of this? Like, how do we just reframe and cope with all of these things that have caused us grief and mourning? How do we do that?
I mean, creating new food rituals.
That's true. We've done that.
Creating new recipes. That's something I do all the time. Journaling is great. You know, writing stuff down. Write a goodbye letter to your old habits, and then burn it. That's a very strong recommendation in therapy for a lot of things. Like, if you're really struggling with the mourning of the food, write it down and tell it goodbye, and then burn it.
People people might feel silly doing that, but
when you get it out on paper, that's super helpful.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes you feel like you can't say it out loud to somebody, but if you're putting it on paper and then you're going to just burn that paper, nobody's going to know you said it but you still externalized it.
You got it out.
You got it all out. Like Sharita said, create new recipes altogether. Just make up something that, you know.
I do it all the time.
Yeah. Combine some healthy things.
There are so many things you can tweak in a recipe that are like healthy. Like, you can use, yogurt instead of sour cream.
I do that a lot.
Exactly. I mean, that's just one thing. But yeah, there's so many things you can do.
A lot. And learning those, if you don't know what to substitute, you can Google it. It's all over Google.
Yeah, you can find anything on Google. Pinterest, Google.
For sure.
Yeah.
And explore joy outside of food, right? Like, if you're going to get together with family and food is a hindrance to you, then try to do an activity instead of food, right?
Well, there's no food.
Just find joy outside of it, right?
Yeah, there's so many things to do.
Or I should say explore joy outside of food. Right. Explore adventures together with people outside of it.
Right.
It
doesn't have to be centered around food.
No, it doesn't. And if other people are eating, then, something that I've seen people do is they start doing candid photos. And they have found themselves capturing all these moments of of their family, to where before they would have been sitting there eating too, and they missed all the moments,
right.
So, but because they weren't bound to sitting there eating like everybody else, they were able to get up and walk around at the family event or whatever, and they capture all the moments.
Right.
And think of all that. So if you're in a large family and you got like family in all the rooms eating, all spread out, think of all the different pieces of groups of people you can visit in the time that they're eating, because you're not bound to that.
Right. Making memories. Yeah.
Right. And then also another way to cope is build a new relationship with it, right? It's nourishment, not punishment. What's an example of that? Like a nourishment, not punishment.
Well, food is fuel.
It is fuel. So instead of self-sabotage is a good thing here.
True.
So instead of, self-sabotaging on food and punishing yourself through that, use it as nourishment. And then shifting how you see food. Take it from something that you fear, control or use as punishment, to something that supports and nourishes your body. We just said
food is fuel.
Yeah, food is fuel.
Yeah.
Literally, food is fuel. It's also care, and it's also what gives you strength, which fuel is what gives you strength.
Right.
It's also self-care.
Yes.
Right? When you say that?
What you put into your body.
It is what you put in your body. It's not guilt. It's not a reward. It's not eating. You are eating to support your life and your well-being. You're, not to make up for something.
Right.
So, what else we got on that?
Mindset shift.
Shift your mindset. Is that what we're trying to say?
Yes. From restriction to respect, from guilt to nourishment. Again, food is fuel.
Food is fuel. You're just going to sum up our whole episode with food is fuel?
Yeah, because it is.
It is, but it's still normal to mourn.
It is normal to mourn.
It is normal to mourn, and the biggest thing is find encouraging support. I can't stress enough. Find support. Find people who get it. Right. Maybe the first person you reached out to, they didn't get it. That's okay. Find somebody else.
Like therapy, support groups, friends you had surgery with, all your siblings.
Surgery siblings.
Yes,
Sarita.
What? Those people are the ones who get it. They went through surgery with you. They went through the whole process.
And Sarita's phone is always open.
Oh, yeah, my phone.
I mean, well, it's open more than it's not, but she does sleep, people.
I do sleep, but yeah, you can message me on Messenger anytime.
She does sleep, but, otherwise she's an open door, and she gets it, too, and she's also a great accountability partner. I don't know if I've said that enough here, but, or if I've said that at all, I don't know, but she is a great accountability partner, even for people that she don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Personally. So
definitely,
but be prepared to hear the truth, whether you like it or not. Yeah. So and just wrapping this up, really, you want to acknowledge that this is an ongoing journey. It's not a one-time realization. I can't tell you, in the almost 8 years, how many times I've had to go, this ain't over yet.
Oh, shoot. I'm going into 9 years now.
Right? This ain't over yet.
It's ongoing. I'll be 62 in 3 months. And, my health is my priority, and my journey is not over.
Yes. Offer validation, too, right? You're not broken for missing old ways. You're growing. You're growing. You're not broken. Anyway, so... if you have a food mournings experience that you want to share with us, drop it in the comments, email us, shoot us a message. We would love to hear it.
We would love to hear.
We would. We would. You got anything you want to add to our
food is fuel?
Food is fuel. We're going to stick with that. Food is fuel. It's okay to mourn food. You're human. But just keep in mind that food is fuel at the end of the day.
Yeah. Take care of your bodies.
Yeah, it's the only one you got.
You only get
You
one.
only get one body.
Right. Take care of it.
You can alter it, you can modify it, but you only get one. So it's okay to grieve some changes and experiences, changes in life. We do that with many things.
They become habits and gets easier.
It does.
I would say it does get easier.
I would say it gets easier too. I would definitely say in the first year was probably harder. Like now, it's just routine in life for me.
Right. The first couple years now, like, yeah, it's just, it is.
It is. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We look forward to hearing more from you, hearing your stories, I should say.
Yes. Tell us your stories.
Yeah. All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.
If you have any questions or want to share your bariatric weight loss journey, you can call or text us at 480-999-4826 or send an email to podcast@mexicobariatriccenter.com. You can also follow Mexico Bariatric Center on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Keep in mind, these are the opinions of the host. The views represented do not reflect or define the values of Mexico Bariatric Center. This podcast is sponsored by Emerge Bariatrics and Mexico Bariatric Center. Please visit mexicobariatriccenter.com for more information.